there, my name is Jocelyn. I'm the CPNP for Niwasak and Daswin and today I'm going to talk about parental leave, maternity leave, and pregnancy leave, all the different leaves. So I hope that you can walk away from this episode knowing a bit more about your rights and what you're entitled to, and a bit more about the application process. All right, well, let's get started. There are 3 kinds of leaves you can apply for in Canada. These are pregnancy leave, maternity leave, and parental leave. We'll go through each of those in detail. You will receive 55% of your weekly earnings up to a maximum of $638 per week. If you earn a lower wage, you may be bumped up to above 55% of your earnings. Until September 24th, 2022, you only have to accumulate 420 insured hours of work in the 12 months leading up to the claim. But before COVID, they required 600 hours, so I'm wondering if after the 24th, they're going to increase that back to 600. The website didn't give any details. If you are due after September 24th, to be safe, I would try to make sure you have at least 600 hours. Pregnancy leave is a newer kind of leave that's been introduced instead of using sick leave. So pregnant employees have the right to take up to 17 weeks of unpaid time off work without losing their job. To apply, you apply the same way as maternity leave or parental leave. You go to the Canada Employment Insurance website. If you take pregnancy leave, you'll be entitled to a slightly shorter parental leave, and employers cannot penalize you in any way for taking a pregnancy leave. You can take pregnancy leave if you are full-time, part-time, or contract. However, you must have started your employment at least 13 weeks before your due date. The earliest you can take pregnancy leave is at 23 weeks pregnant. The latest you can take a pregnancy leave is your due date, even if the baby's not born yet. After the due date, you just take a maternity leave or parental leave. An employer has no right to put you on pregnancy leave, even if you take sick days, even if you're on modified duties. You choose if you take a pregnancy leave or not. They cannot pressure you to take one. An employer can also not deny you a pregnancy leave. If you feel that you need a pregnancy leave and you are at least 23 weeks pregnant, you just inform them of your choice. You do not have to ask them. Employees who have a stillbirth or miscarriage after 23 weeks of pregnancy are able to take a pregnancy leave. They are entitled to 12 weeks after a loss, unless the loss occurred during your pregnancy leave. In that case, you are only entitled to the number of weeks you have left in the leave. For example, if I take a pregnancy leave and after 10 weeks I experience a loss, I would only have 7 weeks left. If you experience a loss before week 23 of your pregnancy, you are not entitled to pregnancy leave. However, you may qualify for other EI benefits. If you are planning to take a pregnancy leave, you must give your employer 2 weeks notice in writing. But if you suddenly require a pregnancy leave, you must give your employer written notice within 2 weeks of being off work. If you fail to give notice, you will still qualify for pregnancy leave, but you may not be entitled to your job back once you choose to go back to work. You can choose to take a few weeks of pregnancy leave and then go back to work until your delivery. However, you cannot take some pregnancy leave, go back to work, and then take more pregnancy leave. If you choose a pregnancy leave, it has to be taken all at once. If you do choose to go back to work before the end of your pregnancy leave or before you deliver, you are not required to give a medical note to return. Moving on to maternity leave. This is much more straightforward. Maternity leave is only for the birth mother. It is not available for adoptive parents or for the other partner. Maternity leave is up to 15 weeks of 55% of your wage, up to a maximum of $638 a week. After maternity leave, you could choose to begin parental leave or go back to work. Apply for maternity leave as soon as you are finished working. The earlier the better. Let's talk about the application process. You will need the names and addresses of your employers from the last 12 months, your social insurance number, the last name at birth of one of your parents, your banking information, and your record of employment or ROEs. Usually, your ROEs are just submitted electronically by your employer to Service Canada, and you don't have to worry about it. However, if there are any issues, visit My Service Canada MSCA to see which of your ROEs have been submitted, and if there are any missing, contact your employer. It is their duty to submit your ROEs. They have to do it. You do not have to beg for it. To apply for maternity, pregnancy, or parental leave, go to www.canada.ca/English or French if you're French. Services, benefits, EI maternity, parental. Apply. Or just Google Canada EI parental leave, apply, and you will find it. That's what I always do. But what if I don't have all of my stuff together yet? That's okay. You can pause and restart the process at any time. It is best to start the application as soon as you finish your last day of work. And if you need help, reach out and I can help talk you through it, okay? Let's move on to parental leave. Either parent can choose to take parental leave in the 78 weeks following the birth of their baby or adoption. There are two types of parental leave. There's the standard parental leave, which is up to 40 weeks at 55% of your pay, or the extended, which is up to 63 weeks at 33% of your pay. Sometimes people refer to this as the 12-month or 18-month leave, but the technical names are the standard or extended. You'll notice you have 78 weeks in which you can start your parental leave, which means that one parent could take maternity leave and then a standard leave of 40 weeks, and then the other parent could choose to start their parental leave of 40 weeks. That means that both parents can have that quality time at home with their children. If financially your family can handle having a smaller paycheck for a couple years, it really is an amazing bonding experience to spend that time together in those first couple years when baby is absorbing and learning so much. You may choose to return to work before your parental leave is over. However, you cannot stop and then restart it later. Employees are required to give at least 2 weeks notice for the start of their parental leave and 4 weeks notice for their return if they plan to return to work before their full leave is over. Employees who have a stillbirth or miscarriage are not entitled to parental leave. Let's talk about your rights. You have the right to be pregnant or become pregnant at any time without facing consequences at work. You have the right to the same job or a comparable job with your employer when you choose to return after a pregnancy, maternity, or parental leave. Your wage cannot decrease when you return. If your workplace increased the wages for all the other employees, yours must be increased as well. And you have the right to continue to take part in certain employee benefits such as pension plan, life insurance plans, health plans, dental plans while you are on leave. Also, your seniority cannot be jeopardized by a parental or pregnancy leave. If you have any questions about any of this information or about the application, please reach out. You have my number, you have my email. I am available Monday to Friday, 8:30 to 2:30, and maybe even after hours sometimes too. All right, well, I hope you walk away with a little bit more knowledge of your maternity leave, pregnancy leave, parental leave, what rights you have, and how to handle different situations at work. All right, well, thanks so much for joining me, and I'll see you next time.